All right, guys. Every Friday, I'm gonna give you a five for Friday. I know a lot of folks watch their team and the big games, but don't watch a lot of the other games. Solely because unless they're gambling, they don't really care what's going on with let's say Wisconsin, Florida Atlantic, or maybe TCU, Arkansas, or something like that. I'm gonna give you five for Friday. 5 free picks. You can play them solo. You can put them in a parlay. I went 5 for 5 last week. Obviously, I didn't do a show last week, but it's on my Facebook. But anyway, give you 5 games, and then I'll give you a money line upset to make a little bonus on your money. Gonna start here. First game will be Florida Atlantic at Wisconsin. Lane Kiffin's crew travels to Wisconsin. It's going to be a bloodbath, I'd assume. Wisconsin doesn't generally score a lot of points, but they're laying 33. They should easily score 5 touchdowns. So, that's 35 right there. But I'd assume they score something like 41, maybe 45. So, I'd lay the 33 right now. Take Wisconsin minus the anywhere from 31 to 35 versus Florida Atlantic. Probably win easily by like 41. Secondly, scroll down the list and get to a rivalry game here. Usually don't like to mess with rivalry games, but last year Pittsburgh upset Penn State and probably kept them out of the playoff. Penn State is back, hungry. They got a great offense, good defense, great running back in Barkley. I could see Penn State winning this game by 30 or better. They'll probably score 48 or so. And, Pitt will score, I don't know, maybe 20, 27, somewhere around 20. I'd say 24, 48-24 is what I'd pick. So I'll take Penn State laying at 21. They got something to prove. Win this game. They won 52-0 last week while Pittsburgh struggled with Youngstown State. So give me the Nittany Lions laying 21. Right below that game, another 3:30 game. This will be on ESPN2 as Fresno State comes into Tuscaloosa. Alabama off to an emotional win against number 3 Florida State. Struggled the first half, poured it on the second half with defense and special teams. I see the same this week, except there's not as much to prove. They'll probably play a lot of guys. They got some guys dinged up. I can see Alabama winning this game like 38-0 or maybe 42-3. There's no real reason to put it to Fresno State. Nick Saban probably called the dogs off in the third quarter. So if it's me, I would take Fresno State with the points. Right now it's plus 44. They'll lose the game convincingly, but they'll cover the 44. Fourth game on my list. Keep it local. Clemson host Auburn. Everybody's on this Auburn hype train. It's hard to tell. Neither team really played a tough competition this past week. Clemson at night's tough. Auburn does have a good defense. We'll find out what Kelly Bryant's all about. I think night game with all the weapons at home, Death Valley. I think Clemson's laying 4.5 right now. I can see them winning that game somewhere maybe like 31-23, winning by 7 or 8 maybe. They're laying 4.5 right now. It's a tight one, but I can see Clemson pulling it off. So I'll take Clemson and minus the 4.5. The fifth one, Georgia travels to Notre Dame. Georgia loses their quarterback, Jacob Eason, replaced with the Luke Fromm kid, so we'll see. They still got Nick Chubb, Sonny Michel. Notre Dame's got a solid little offense. Brian Kelly's, he's lost some games he probably shouldn't have, but he's always got athletes, especially in the line. I think they'll bottle up Georgia. They'll score enough points to win that game, lay in the 6 at home, somewhere, we'll say like 30, 35, maybe 21, 24. So I'll take Notre Dame in that one. So the 5-finger discount this week is going to be Clemson at home, Notre Dame at home. We'll go with Fresno State on the road. We'll go Penn State at home, and then we'll go Wisconsin at home. The money line play of the week, I think, underdog to win, will be South Carolina. South Carolina goes to Columbia, Missouri from Columbia, South Carolina. It's a matchup of pretty good offenses, but Missouri's defense is terrible. South Carolina's defense isn't great, but they don't have to give up a lot per play. Because they scored a special teams touchdown, a couple long touchdowns last week. Their defense is on the field more, so they give up a lot of yards, but not a lot of per play. They kind of kept North Carolina State's front seven off balance. Everybody thinks North Carolina State's defensive front was, top 2 or 3 in the country. They only gave up 2 sacks all game. Jake Bentley's got a lot of weapons. Rico Dowdle should get on track this week. They only rushed the ball 12 times for 31 yards last week. This week, I can see Dowdle going for 100. I'd say South Carolina probably runs for 200, throw for 300, and win going away maybe I'll say 59-45, 59-45. So that's an outright win. They're getting 2.5 to 3 right here online. So if you want to make a little extra money, leave the points, throw $1 down on them, and you might make 125. So that's my pick. Gamecocks should win the first 4 games. Be surprising next week against Kentucky. The line will be low and they'll be at home. Lost the last 3 against Kentucky. Keep an eye on that line. If it comes out under 3, jump on those Gamecocks. They got something to prove. Anyway, every Friday, the 5 for Friday, the 5 picks, and the 1 underdog pick. Good luck this week. Favorite me on Spreaker. Will be on iTunes next week. Subscribe so you get notifications when they come up. We'll try to do one of these every day. Tomorrow I'll do a little preview of the big games and who I think is going to come out on top. Thanks for listening.